Hello, Mr. Doxy.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm student Dr. Ryan Johnson. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. So I saw on your chart that you came in with some issues with your big toe.
Yeah, my toe's been hurting lately.
Oh no. Okay. So I know this may kind of sound silly, but you've heard that game 20 questions. This is like 40 questions. And so since it's your first time in, I just want to get a history of everything that's going on, and then after that we'll kind of try to get down to the nitty gritty of this. But let's make sure that everything else is fine first, okay? So first of all, you said this is the problem, the issue with your toe, correct?
Yeah.
If you could point to with one finger where the pain is, where would it be?
Like right here.
Okay, right at the tip of your toe, okay?
Yeah.
And when did this happen?
Oh, I don't know, probably in the last month or so it started to
Okay.
get worse.
Is there an event that happened to it? I see you have a little bit of fungus on here, but
Yeah, I've been trying to remember something and I can't really recall anything that it just kind of started hurting.
all right, just the tip of your toe. All right, no
Yeah.
worries. Okay, and then you said here's the location of it. Would you say that the pain lasts a long time during the day, or is it intermittent, or is it always painful?
You know, it varies in how much it hurts,
Okay.
but it pretty much is always hurting.
It always hurts. Wow. Is there anything that alleviates the pain or anything?
When I take Tylenol, stuff like that.
So
it
you
helps
take
a little bit.
Tylenol. Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like your regular dose or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What does it radiate through your foot or to your other toes as the
No,
day goes on?
it's
Okay.
just really kind of right there.
And what would you give this? What would you rate it? You know, we always do scales. You know,
Yeah.
from 0 to 10, 10 being the very worst pain you ever felt. What would you say this is?
I'm probably at a 4.
So constant 4. So
Yeah.
kind of annoying pain.
Yeah, but like I said, sometimes it's worse
Right.
than a 4, and sometimes it's probably a
Okay.
2.
Okay, but for about a month or so. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it hurt when I just do that?
Yeah. When you touch it,
Okay.
it's a little bit tender.
All right, we'll get to it. So I'm gonna get a little bit of history from you. Please just answer as honestly as you can.
Okay.
Of course, this will stay between us, so no worries about it. Have you ever been hospitalized at all, or ever had any surgeries?
I've never been to the hospital, but I had my meniscus and my right knee repaired
Wow.
when I was in high school.
When you're in high school, what happened?
I was wrestling and somebody sat on my knee and it kind
Wow.
of hyperextended and I tore my meniscus.
Oh my goodness, that's not fun at all.
Yeah.
How long was the recovery?
I was on crutches for 12 weeks and then after that did physical therapy and stuff.
At least you were a young chicken at that time,
Yeah,
young
that's
spring
right.
chick, right? Okay. The other thing is, have you been sick? Any childhood illnesses or adult illnesses? Anything?
No, I've been pretty healthy.
Okay. Medications? Are there any medications at the time?
Not on anything.
Just the Tylenol for the occasional
Yeah,
pain.
Tylenol, ibuprofen, that kind
Okay.
of thing.
That's fair. That's fair enough. What about allergies? Are you allergic to anything, food or medication wise?
No, not really.
Okay. Awesome. Have you had any blood transfusions?
No.
Okay, and then you'd say you're generally a happy guy.
Yeah.
Seems
I
like
think
he's
so.
pretty pleasant to be around. You would be surprised what we see on occasion. Okay, sleep wise, do you get plenty of sleep at night?
Yeah, I normally go to bed around 10:30 and wake
Okay.
up at 6 every day.
Oh, awesome. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good schedule.
Yeah.
Do you smoke?
Nope.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes.
Okay, so I assume you're sexually active.
Yeah.
Just with your wife?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Work wise, what do you do for work?
I'm a student, so a lot of sitting,
So-
staring at computer screens.
Okay, student loans, then I guess.
That's
Just
right.
paying the bills. All right. Exercise at all?
Yeah, but not as much as I should.
Okay, yeah, I think that's most everybody's thing. There's some people maybe that are pretty fit, but most doctors are a little on the slouchy side. What about diet? How's your diet?
That's pretty good. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I only eat whole grains.
Wow, that's good. All right, keep that up. What about drink? Do you drink at all? Alcohol?
No, never had alcohol.
Drugs?
Nope.
Any history of any drugs? Okay. Do you have any pets?
No.
Okay, and have you ever traveled outside the country, especially recently?
Not recently. I mean, I lived in Africa for 2 years.
Wow.
When I was 19, but otherwise, no.
So it's been a few years since you've been back to Africa.
Yeah.
Been to
I
Africa.
haven't really been anywhere since.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to, that's kind of the end of our 40 questions, as we called it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just take a look at both of your legs and your feet. We're gonna just look at the general health of this, and then we'll get to the cause of that, hopefully a little bit later. I'm just gonna run my hands across your legs, check for any bumps or bruises or lumps or anything like that. It looks pretty good. You got some pretty decent hair growth, even on your feet, so that means you got some pretty good blood supply.
That's good. There's been some people in my family, like my dad, he doesn't have great blood supply to his feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's good to know. You got some pretty decent hair growth on there. You got some marks on here, but I assume that's from your socks. That's what they just look like. Okay. Let me just check in between all of your toes, make sure everything's going on there. You'd be surprised. People don't ever check in between their toes, and that could cause some issues. I'm going to just look also at, since I'm already at your feet, see how your toes react if I push down, if they get nice and pink again. So far, so good. I would expect that since your hair growth is pretty decent down here, like I mentioned. Alrighty, the temperature of your legs to feet is awesome. You usually check for that to see if there's any ongoing issues, but both very warm. I'm gonna also check to see the elasticity of your skin real quick. It's pretty good. Very nice. I don't see any edema or anything like that. Alrighty, we're gonna look at blood supply like we had talked about. Let me check some of your vessels on your feet. I'm sure you're learning about this. We're gonna check the dorsalis pedis really quick to see if we can feel some blood. Yeah, I'd say that's good. And then I'm gonna check the back of your blood supply back here really quick. Yeah, I would say they're about 2 out of 4, which is normal. Usually you always go like on the high scale, right? Let me check the back of your knees as well. Okay, yeah, 2 out of 4. It sounds good. So let's go on. We're gonna do a couple tests, and we'll see where that takes us. It sounds like there's no issue, so I don't suspect anything happening. First, let's check your reflexes. So if you don't mind, scoot your legs to the end, let them dangle a little bit, and if you don't mind, look away, because sometimes people anticipate it, and it can always make it a little off. So I'm gonna check your knees first. I'm sure you've had this done before. Very good reflexes. Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna check the back of your ankle right here. Okay, good. One more here. Oh, good. Alrighty, awesome. If you don't mind scooting back, we're gonna move on to some other things right now. So all this is a tuning fork. I'm gonna have you close your eyes. I'm gonna press this on some of your bonier parts of your feet or ankle, and I want you to tell me when you feel it. So just say start and then say stop after you feel me finish it, okay? So if you don't mind closing your eyes, that'd be awesome.
Start. Stop.
Okay.
Start. Stop.
Okay.
Start. Stop.
Anticipated that one. Alrighty.
Start. Stop.
Okay, awesome. That was all good. Alrighty, next we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do, it's called the Sims-Weinstein test. I have this right here, it's just a little piece of plastic, you can touch that. I'm gonna have you close your eyes, I'm gonna touch some areas of both of your feet to see if you have feeling there, okay? So close your eyes again and just say yes when you feel it, okay?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Sometimes I feel like it's one of those hearing tests where you anticipate everything,
Yeah.
but you did great on that. Alrighty, the next thing we're gonna do is do the sharpness dull test. You could feel this as well. I'm just gonna brush these, sorry, be careful there. We're gonna brush these or poke you with this, and then you tell me if it's dull or sharp. As you can tell, this one's a little sharp, right? Sorry, I didn't give you the warning before. Alright, so if you don't mind closing your eyes, I'm gonna just do this, and you tell me if it's dull or sharp.
That's dull.
Okay.
That's sharp.
Okay?
That's dull. That's sharp. Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Dull.
Okay, awesome. You did great. Alrighty. Lastly, we're just gonna check some of your muscles. Push against my hands if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Now we're gonna check to see if you got some pretty meaty legs here. So we'll see you got some decent calf muscles. I'm gonna see if they're able to move a little bit. So let me find, it's called neutral position of your foot. I'm gonna do that here, and then I'm gonna put it perpendicular, and then I'm gonna push on it, okay? Don't help me, I'm just gonna push myself. Okay? Pretty good. Alrighty. Okay, push up. That's a little tight. Why don't you bend your knee for me a little bit here? Alright, put this here. Push it down. Alright, and then pull up. It's about the same. I think you just have a little bit of a tight calf. Lastly, I forgot to ask you why we talked about your dad a little bit, but I need to get a family history, just last thing before we move on. Does your family have any, your family, do your parents or their parents, so your grandparents, has there been a history of cancer at all?
Yeah, my grandma died of lymphoma,
Okay,
but otherwise no.
okay, what about hypertension?
Yeah, my dad has hypertension.
Okay, so just your dad though?
Yeah,
Did his
just my dad.
parents didn't?
No.
Okay, what about diabetes?
No.
Okay, and what about high cholesterol?
Yeah, my dad has high cholesterol, and my mom has high cholesterol, and both of her parents did.
Okay, so
And-
just a caution sign, be careful with that, right?
Yeah.
I have hypertension, and it's the same way in my family, so just the luck of the draw, I guess. Okay, well, what we'll do is let's look at this a little bit more, and we'll see what we can do about this toe.
Okay.